Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to be taking a look at a generative AI data analysis tool that could potentially do a lot of the work of a data analyst. At the end of the video, you will have to make up your mind whether you feel this tool can really help you in accelerate your productivity as a data analyst, or it can do most of the tasks that any data analyst can do. But before we dive right into it, do not forget to subscribe to my channel for the latest of data analysis and statistics across different technologies. So let's dive right into it. The name of this generative AI tool is called Julius.AI. You can open it in your browser and it is a free tool. You can use it for around 15 requests per month, and then you can upgrade to the paid version if you find it quite useful. So let's take a look at it. So I'm going to drag the same file. I'm going to be using the same file that I've used in my previous videos on linear regression and multiple regression in Excel. If you haven't taken a look at that, I'll leave a link in the description. You can take a look at that to refresh your concepts before we proceed in this video. So the file is uploading and you can see the file is now loaded. Okay, and you can now do some descriptive statistics or analysis on your data by just asking questions to the AI. So let's try to see what kind of questions you can ask. Tell me something about the data. And now Julius is now connecting and it is performing its analysis. It will now generate the code for you, okay, and it will also interpret the code for you. So once it generates the code, you can copy paste the code, use it in your Python IDE or in a Jupyter notebook. You can see the nice Python code is there for you. I prefer to write code in Python or R, so you can do that if you're hands-on on me, and if you're not, then you can just collapse this and it will and you can ignore it and it will automatically, so you can see it is interpreting the code for you. So now you can see it is writing the code. So it is telling you what are the first few rows and what are the first few columns. So I'm going to say, so this is quite useful. It has given me the snapshot of the data, okay, for the first few rows, which I would have done with the head in a command in Python. Let's take a look at something more advanced. Let's say, can you perform descriptive statistics on my MPG displacement and which are the field? Let's see, MPG displacement. Let's take horsepower and horsepower. It has also given me some follow-up questions which I can choose if I'm not sure what to ask, but I know exactly what I want. So let me run this question, and again let's see. So you can see again it's going to execute now. Again it has written the Python code for me, loading pandas. Okay, it is showing the file part. It is reading the file and doing descriptive statistics, right? It is doing it describe. So, and it is also interpreting. So if you know the technicalities, you can directly you can directly see. You can expand this and see the code. If you don't want that, you can ignore that and you can directly look at the interpreted results. So it has given me the descriptive statistics, the mean, standard deviation, the minimum, the first quartile, the quartile 2 and the quartile 3, and it also printed out for me. Very nice. Let's see if we can do something like a graph. Can you generate a scatter plot of MPG versus displacement, as we had tried that in our simple linear regression and multiple regression? So let's see if it can mimic that. It's excellent, right? It can do everything by just having simple text. So as long as you know the concepts, you don't have to bother of like writing the code or even executing the code. If you are a Python enthusiast, you can obviously copy paste the code and do that, or else it will do it for you. So it is doing that right now. Okay, let's take a look at what it has generated for us. So you can see it has generated the Python code. It has used matplotlib. It has plotted the plot using the X label, Y label, and the scatter plot. So it has also passed the data frame, the pandas data frame, as an the displacement series and the MPG series of the pandas data frame as the two variables. So you can see this is the similar scatter plot as we have seen in our Excel analysis. And let's take a look at what it does next. So it is asking me further questions. If you noticed in our Excel regression analysis, we had also done horsepower. So automatically it has decided now that I have seen a relationship between MPG and displacement. Maybe I want to examine the relationship between the target variable and horsepower. So if that also is a good relationship. So it has done this automatically, and it has asked me, do I want to do this? So I'm going to say yes. And let's see. So again, you see how intelligent it gets. It already frames the question on what we are going to do next, and you can obviously ask it something different, or you can also just follow along what help it's giving you. So it's extremely useful and extremely smart. So you can see again this is like generating again the Python code once again. And after, the best thing I like about this is that I can copy the Python code and I can use it in my own Python files. And also if I'm not good at coding, I can do it in the I can let this interpret the code itself. I can let Julius interpret the code for me. So I'm obviously more of a Python programmer, so I like to do that. But you are free to ignore this code. You can collapse it and you can just see the output, the interpreted output by Julius. So you can see horsepower versus miles per gallon. Again, it shows a strong inverse correlation as we had seen. And again, you can see it has asked me different other steps. It has also asked me, can you provide a regression analysis? If you noticed, that was one of the next steps we did. We did a simple linear regression, and then we tried a multiple regression also. So it has also asked me something interesting. So let's see. Let us do one more thing. Let us see, can you generate the correlation matrix of all numerical variables. Let's see if we can do that for us, because we had done that as well before we do the regression analysis. So you can see it's quite intelligent. It is giving me, it is prompting me with what steps I need to do next, and also it is giving me the answers. So again, it's loading it has loaded the code, and okay, this has given an error here, obviously. Okay, so you can see it has given the error and it is trying to solve the error itself. So it has got an error, it has found some problem with the code and it's trying to rewrite the code again. So let's see if it works. You don't have to debug, it's debugging it for you. So this is not given the actual answer, it is not given the correlation matrix. It failed in this task. Okay, but you can see it's trying again. Yes, it's trying again. This time this should work. So you can see it keeps on trying, okay, to see if it's getting the right answer. This part had failed. Now it's doing it again. This should give you the correlation matrix. So you can see this has given a lovely correlation matrix, and we had the same matrix in the Excel regression analysis. So you can see how intelligent it is. If it fails, it rewrites the code, and it has done again. It failed here. It rewrote the code, and this has given me the correlation matrix of all the variables with each other. So miles per gallon versus displacement, miles per gallon versus horsepower. You can see all these relationships are there. Now let's see, can we do the and it has given me more follow-up questions. If I want a heat map, if I want the highest and lowest correlations, all interesting statistical questions. It is prompting me which I should ask it. Obviously, if I know statistics more, the user can ask better statistical questions, but it's also helping you for those who do not know or who may be new to statistics. So it seems to be extremely intelligent. Let us see one last question. Can you do regression analysis? Again, I'm not providing any variables or what are my assumptions or hypotheses, but I'm asking a blank question. Can you do regression analysis for me with miles per gallon as target variable? So let's see, with this bare minimum prompt, can it get the output for me? Very, very interesting. So even for those who are not good at statistics can get along with it, and those who are excellent at statistics can use it for much more deeper questions and insights to the data, can frame stronger hypotheses and get the answers to the data. So you can see this is doing the Python code for selecting. See, it is automatically selecting the independent variables which it feels will be useful. Again, if you have a strong hypothesis and you have done a data analysis of your data, you can provide what input variables you want and what target variables you want, and it has given Y variable as a target variable. So quite good. Now here the response is getting generated, and you can see it has given the same regression analysis. It's shown the adjusted R square 0.807, that is 80.7. It has shown all the coefficients and the p-values. So it has done all that for us, okay, and it has also tried to interpret for us what are the standard errors and the other things. It has also given us very key insights to what are the coefficients, what are the p values. So anyway, for people who know statistics, this will not be new, but for someone who's doing it for the first time, he can definitely do data analysis faster and it can do a lot of work for him. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Do stay tuned for the latest of data analysis and statistics across different technologies. If you like the video, leave a like and a comment on my video. If you want to see something more on the similar lines or similar videos on such AI tools, do let me know and I'll keep making videos on the same. Thank you.